My name is David Fair, the National Aquarium here in Baltimore. These are two of our dolphins, Midas and Gretel. Good morning, America.
Oh, good morning, David. Good morning, everybody. I'm David Hartman with Joe in London, Monday, 10th of August. And
also today, we are going to start our series on early morning radio programs. In a few minutes, we're going to take you into the WABC studios. There they are, Ross and Wilson, morning DJs, and we're going to be talking to them live on their show here in the Big Apple. But before all of that, it's 8:30. Lynn sure has the news for us. Lynn?
23 minutes before 9 right now. Right now, some 12 million people across the country are watching morning television, but far more people, over 100 million, are tuned into their favorite morning radio programs. For radio, you might say it's prime time. And this week, we are going to talk live with the hosts of some of the top morning radio programs in 5 cities across the country. For a few minutes at least, we're going to put radio on television, put television on radio. And this morning we begin at radio station WABC AM here in New York with a morning team of Ross and Wilson, Ross Britton and Brian Wilson. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, and we'd like to take a moment here to invite all of you to tune in now as we join Good Morning America and the late Lucas Tanner here on the Ross and Wilson show.
Well, he's not completely late, is he?
David Hartman, Brian.
Hello, David.
Good morning, you guys. Ross, what does your audience need in the morning? What are they looking for?
I guess they need, just like anybody else, to be reassured that the world as they know it is still there. You know, when they get up, they need familiar music, familiar news.
Familiar faces.
Information. Well.
Yeah, but they don't see your faces.
Well,
they hear our voices.
Can't all be perfect.
And, you know, radio's a real intimate medium. We talk personally to each and every person.
Is there anything you have to avoid? What do you have to avoid, Brian? Anything?
Well, basically, you need to avoid being overly abrasive and doing things that are super unfamiliar. That's where the reassurance factor comes in. The selection of music, when you're playing music, such as we do, is it's necessary for it to be of a familiar nature. The newer music gets plugged in generally later on in the day in programming such as we do here.
You use the word abrasive. What about loudness? Loud, screaming, frantic, crazy. I mean...
Yeah, that's right.
All of that, Dave.
All of that.
But that's not abrasive, right? That's not abrasive, right?
As a matter of fact, I'll give you an example. Our the next record we're going to play here is going to be Andy Williams singing the love theme from the Texas Chainsaw Massacres. We're looking forward to hearing that, and it's one of the big songs that we play here.
Hey, what do you work together where? In Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
That's right.
And then Atlanta, and now here in New York. How have you changed in the last few years since you started working together and between those 3 markets?
Well, Ross has lost a lot more hair, and the lights have gotten a lot brighter.
Yeah, that's. You know what I mean? I'll tell you now. There is an original joke right there visually. That's I've never seen those before.
He likes to go for cheap shots, David. No doubt about it.
Show business is my life.
That's right.
How have you changed though in the last few years?
Well, I think we've toned down a little bit more. We used to talk a whole lot faster, being ex-top 40 disc jockeys.
We have you have to tailor your material and the things that you do for the markets you're in. Obviously, we don't talk an awful lot about Baton Rouge and crawfish here in New York City. And when we were in New York City, when we were in Baton Rouge, we didn't talk an awful lot about 42nd Street and the Yankees.
That's right.
What is the difference, though, in terms of what people expect from you in terms of humor and/or information in the morning in these different areas, different cities?
We have the opportunity to do more sophisticated humor in this market because the market is more sophisticated.
You're sophisticated now? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I just said we have the opportunity to do it. So we're doing it.
Yeah.
Well, in a market like New York, people pick up a morning newspaper and read it on the way in the subway, and you have a lot more, I guess, people that keep up with current events and stuff like that. As a result, we can do a lot more things in the morning here, more sophisticated humor than we could in, say, a place like Baton Rouge or maybe even Atlanta.
How long are you on every day?
4 hours.
4 hours.
Or until the drugs wear off.
5 until 9.
First, I think is
how much preparation time do you have? You don't just breeze in there in the morning and say, "Hey, let's have a good time."
We don't.
No, I guess we do a couple of hours each day when we get home after the show, and then spend about an hour and a half in the morning going through the newspapers and the wire services and stuff like that.
Watching you over at Olaf's come in for a after show snack.
Oh, you didn't just fall off the turnip truck, did you?
No.
What you all are trying? You've only been on here in New York since March.
That's right.
And obviously establishing yourselves and apparently extremely well. What do you do that is different to present yourselves as an alternative to the people that are already on and very successful?
That's a good point, because the morning audience is generic. Every morning audience, everybody that is out there needs to have the same information. basically, within a particular format, we're all playing approximately the same music within tolerance. It is our feeling, therefore, that it is a choice of personalities that, and the way the information is presented that makes the difference. We're inclined to think that that our shtick here is a little bit more broad-based and hopefully a little bit more palatable and a heck of a lot more different than what the other guys are doing.
Mm-hmm. Have fun, you guys.
Thank you, David.
We do.
Listen, I'm going to go turn my radio on.
Good.
Will you turn on your TVs?
It's already on.
Thank you, gentlemen, very much. And make it a good day this morning on radio in New York.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, gents. 18 up. We'll be back tomorrow. KDKA in Pittsburgh with us. We'll be back in just a minute. 17 before 9 right now.